Hi, boys and girls. Welcome. How are you today? I hope you're ready to learn some more about metamorphosis. I want to tell you the things you're going to need today first, okay? So, would you find your glue? Came in a little container like this and it's white inside. Could you get your clip that you painted on a different lesson? Going to need that today. Also, go grab your Ziploc baggie that has a few items in it from this packet. And the piece of foil, you're going to need that today. And you're also going to need the white paper bag that came in your packet. Those are the things you're going to use today for this lesson. So go grab those. And I'm going to share a story with you about butterflies. This is a really fun story. Can you see the butterfly? Isn't that pretty? One thing that's neat about butterflies is sometimes they camouflage into their environment. It's kind of a protection for them. It says here, a little fun fact. Did you know that butterflies taste with their feet? Huh, that's pretty cool. Butterflies fly from flower to flower. So this butterfly is tasting the flower right now with its feet. It sips food from the flowers. Oh, that's pretty neat. Most butterflies are colorful. Some are orange. Some are yellow. Oh, that's a really pretty one. Some are blue, and many of them are just a mix of different colors. Remember when we talked about symmetrical, how butterflies are symmetrical? So they're the same on one side as they are on the other side. That's how God made them. Butterflies have 2 pairs of wings. They also have 6 legs. Butterflies begin life as a tiny egg. Do you remember that story that we read? Mrs. Holstein read it a while back to you, and it was about the very hungry caterpillar. Started out as an egg, and then it hatches in a few days. Look at that. That's really interesting. It's popping right out of that egg. Out comes a caterpillar. There it is. The hungry caterpillar eats its eggshell. That's a cool fact. Then the caterpillar starts to eat leaves. It grows bigger and bigger. Look how big this caterpillar has grown. Look at its size compared to the leaf. That's big. Remember, it was just tiny not too long ago, just a few days ago in the story. Now the caterpillar stops eating. It's starting to kind of bend. Do you see it's kind of making like a J shape? That's a sign that it's getting ready to go into its chrysalis. It's ready to change. See that? Interesting, isn't it? Slowly, it forms a shell. What's happening inside of that shell? Do you know? What do you think's happening inside that shell? Do you think it's going to stay a caterpillar in there, or do you think something else is going to happen to it? Look at this page. Can you see what's happening? Can you see that change? What's happening? It's becoming a butterfly. Crack, the shell is breaking open. Isn't that cool? Out comes a butterfly. There it is. The butterfly spreads its wings. Do you know when they first emerge out of their chrysalis, they have to wait for those wings to kind of dry. They're kind of wet and a little bit drippy at first, and they've got to let them dry and harden so that they can fly. Soon it's time to fly away. Many butterflies fly to warm places in the winter. Look at that. They stop to sip water. That's a lot of butterflies. It says here, did you know that they head to the same warm spot every year? That's pretty cool. There are some spots where butterflies really like to go. Then they fly home in the spring. That would be pretty neat to see. Look, a butterfly. The end. That was a really great story to tell us about the whole process of metamorphosis. And now, Mrs. Wallace wants to share something with you.
Hi, friends. So you remember that on our last video, we painted our clip. And you pinch on this end, it opens up like that. See how that does that? So that way you can clip things. But we're going to use it to make our caterpillar, because the story started off with a caterpillar. So we're starting off with our caterpillar first. And so we're going to take our clip, and I can show you this part this way. And this pipe cleaner, it's bendy. So we're going to eat it. Watch. Chomp. Chomp down. See how it there we go. And then you're going to take this part and we're going to pull it up like this. So it looks like, look at that. Doesn't it look like, starting to look like antennae? And then we get to twist it. So you can, I'm going to grab both of them maybe at the same time, or you could just twist around maybe twice. See, like that. See, now they're sticking up like that. And then you can kind of bend them, because if you look on the butterfly, there's kind of bend a little bit. So I'm just taking my finger and I'm just pushing around my finger. It doesn't have to look like mine. Yours can look a little bit different, bendy, but it's kind of fun to bend this around. I know in my class, we take these and twirl them around a pencil. So they're kind of fun to move around. They're very bendy. Yours can look a little different. They can go a little bit like this too. So whatever you end up with. So, and now I'm going to show you, I'm going to move the camera so you can see down here what I'm doing. Right there, nice and close. Hold it right there. Okay, so I've got my glue here and I'm taking off the lid. So it's white, so the glue is white. And then we're going to take the puff balls out of this bag. I'm just leaving mine in the bag so that they don't run all over the table. I'm not dumping them out like this, because then they'll run all over the table and I won't be able to find them. So this way I can just take one. I want this one to be the start of my caterpillar. So I'm going to have this one be the very head. So his head goes right here on top, right? Just like that. See? And then I'm going to take and put the rest of all the puffballs in my bag. Caterpillars are kind of furry like that. Now, once I get all these on here, I want to wait a little while. So you might want to turn off the video and come back, like make this part and then let it dry for a little while before you get to Mrs. Holstein's part on the video. So, you know, it could dry for about an hour or so, and then make sure that those are really stuck on there for the next part, because we don't want them to fall off, because I know that would make you sad if it started to fall apart. So there, see, they're all lined up there on my clip, and I'm gonna let it sit there just like I waited for my paint to dry. I'm gonna let this part dry before I do the next part. Okay, Mrs. Holstein's gonna show you what the next part is after you've let that dry.
Thank you, Mrs. Wallace. Boys and girls, my little caterpillar here, he's actually dry. I put my puff balls on a little while ago, and so they're not gonna fall off. That's why we want you to let yours dry too. So maybe if you're still watching this and yours is wet, you can watch me and just try to remember what I'm gonna do next, okay? So let's think about what happened after our little caterpillar ate and ate and ate all that food and those green leaves. What happened next? Do you remember? He built a chrysalis around him. It was that weird shell little sack thing that went around him when he was hanging in the tree. So I want you to pull your piece of foil. Oh, look how shiny that is. And you can set your caterpillar right on top of the foil. And then we're going to wrap him up, almost like a little present, right? So you can gently wrap him up. Now, what happens if you squish him? What do you think will happen? his little antennae might break. So we're just gonna wrap him up really gently. I'm gonna kind of roll. You see him in there? I'm gonna roll the foil like this, and then I'm gonna twist the ends. Here's that twisting. You pinch and twist. That means pinch and turn. And I'm gonna do it to the other side too. Pinch and turn. He's in there, boys and girls. We know the caterpillar is in there even though we can't see him. He's in there. Go ahead and set him down, okay? I want you to pick up your white bag. And there's a little flap on the bottom. Make sure that's in the back. And then get this sticker. This sticker says, Metamorphosis in Progress. We're gonna stick this sticker towards the bottom of the bag here, okay? So I think most of you know how to do a sticker, but just in case you forgot, on the back, we're gonna have to find where it comes apart. Remember, one side is sticky and the other side is not. So you're gonna pull them apart. This part's garbage. Make sure it makes it in your mom's garbage can. And this part is sticky. I'm gonna stick it right in the middle of my bag here, like this. See, it's stuck on there. Now we're gonna open the bag at the top. Oh, mine has a staple in it still, boys and girls. Yours might too, so you can have your grown-up help you remove it, or it's not really a big deal. Just gently open it up. You can put your hand in there, that helps it open. And take your chrysalis and put it inside the bag. There you went. We're gonna take the top, we're gonna fold it, crease it, fold it again, and crease it. Now, boys and girls, think about where a chrysalis is. The caterpillar goes up in a tree, and he's hanging from a branch. And he does that because he wants to protect himself from getting smashed or another animal maybe. So you want to put this maybe up high somewhere, or if you have a place you can hang it, you could try hanging it just like it hangs from the tree in nature, okay? Put that away, and then the next time we get together, we're going to finish our metamorphosis project. Do you remember what metamorphosis means? That's just our fancy word for a caterpillar changing into a butterfly. So we have a fun song to show you that's going to help us remember the whole process of the metamorphosis. And I'm going to share that with you right now. All right, boys and girls, this is on YouTube, so if you want to take a listen to it again, you can ask your parents. Let's listen.
Butterfly egg, caterpillar chrysalis. Butterfly egg, caterpillar chrysalis. Flutter and fly in the sky. That's the life cycle of a butterfly. Changes, changes, round like this. It's called metamorphosis. The butterfly lays her tiny eggs on a leaf. They're so, so tiny and hard to see. The eggs hatch into a small caterpillar. It munches lots of leaves and gets bigger and bigger. The caterpillar hangs in the shape of a J. A chrysalis is formed, the caterpillar is changed. When the caterpillar's changes are all done, a beautiful butterfly it has become. It's amazing! The butterfly's metamorphosis happens in 4 stages. Butterfly egg, caterpillar chrysalis. Butterfly egg, caterpillar chrysalis. Flutter and fly in the sky. That's the life cycle of a butterfly. Changes, changes, round like this. It's called metamorphosis. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment below.
All right, boys and girls, thanks for joining us. We'll see you again next time. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.